have me. Oh! Okay.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't a fan to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Changeling. We're here getting late to class because William and I fell asleep. No, I'm sure you're retired too. Well, with all the help you've been having to give the agency and guests these days, I shot Vilos a pointed look that definitely wasn't lost on him, judging by the way he rolled his eyes. Yes, point taken, though I'm sure you're aware that William is welcome to say no at any time if he doesn't wish to help her. I scoffed openly. Anyone who knew William should know he'd never do that. Very well, I'll write you tardy slips this time. He started back to the library, but paused to give us a last amused look. William, you may wish to dry your shoulder before class. I stared in horror at the west paw on the left shoulder of his jacket, exactly where my head had been. Did I troll on him? Vilos looked distressingly amused. William and I rushed out of the club to the empty hall. We quickly made our way to the stairs and down the first landing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fall asleep too. No, it's fine. You must have been tired. You've been helping out a lot, right? Well, that is true, but he looked away, coloring slightly. You're just comfortable. Oh my god, so cute. What? Did I hear that right? My face instantly heated up. I hurriedly tucked my hair behind my ears and tried my best to keep my traitorous thoughts inside my head. I went ahead of him to class. When we entered, everyone else was already in the middle of reading. William and I quietly turned in our tardy slips and went to our seats. I slid into my desk and breathed a long sigh of relief as I pulled out my playbook. I glanced awkwardly at his shoulder. It was definitely still wet. Ugh, I'm still really sorry about that. I can't believe I trolled on him. There was a suspicious snuffling sound from him. I narrowed my eyes as I studied him. Was he laughing? He was definitely laughing. Properly laughing at that, despite that he was trying to hide it. I chuckled softly. Well, if it got him to laugh, then I guess I didn't mind being a little embarrassed by my stupid sleeping habits. The bell soon rang and the class began to clear out. I'll see you in art. Yeah, see you later. I waved as he went into the hall and started to gather up my own things. Allie was already heading out, but she paused and mouthed something to me before stepping out. We'll talk at lunch. I nodded and watched her go before sliding my playbook into my backpack. I shivered suddenly as a gust of frigid air came from nowhere, and that's when I realized that it had been a lot warmer than usual at the back of the class. Usually it was freezing the whole time, but today I hadn't noticed the cold at all until just now, which was weird because William was already gone, and the cold spot usually followed him. I instinctively glanced at the ceiling, even though I knew there was no vent up there. Weird? I quickly bent to retrieve a few things off the floor before shoving everything in my bag and heading for the door. They're fucking around with me! A strange sound broke the silence in the room just before I stepped into the hallway. It was William's desk, slightly askew, moved several inches from mine. I was getting a little used to weird things like that happening, but still. With a frown, I went back and straightened his desk quickly. I hadn't even made it back to the door when I heard the hollow script again. I glanced back to our desk. This time it was mine moved away from his, further than before, exactly as if someone had given one corner of it a hard shove. Brats. Worried I'd be late for my next class, I left it like that and hurried into the hall. I stretched and shut my locker door. Long day. That power nap in the morning hadn't lasted as long as I had hoped. I was kind of planning to sneak a nap during lunch, but as it turned out, Allie grabbed me beforehand and told me she was planning to talk to Vilos about what happened, the attack and all that. She advised me to steer clear if I didn't want to be there for that conversation. So I had avoided the club during lunch, and again during my free period. She hadn't given me an update on how things went, but I didn't think I was brave enough to face him without her there to manage him. I couldn't avoid it forever though, but now that school was out, I was thinking of heading up anyway. Allie had said she'd meet me there. I was halfway to the stairs when my phone chimed. Hey, where are you? First floor, heading up. Word of warning, Vilos is waiting for you. He's not happy that you were taking a walk at night. Well, we expected that. Prepare for a lecture. I'm prepared, I think. Mostly I was just so exhausted. I was thinking of just sleeping and letting him rant at my trolling face. Chico, William? He was hurrying toward me from down the hall. Hey, is something wrong? Do you mind if I walk up with you? No, I don't mind. Oh, I called out for that. He smiled hesitantly, then fell into step beside me as I started up the stairs. How are you? You looked really tired tonight. really tired about covers it. That and hopeful about getting some sleep tonight. So apparently Valos is waiting to ambush me so he can lecture me. Ali told him about the, attack and all during lunch. I guess he's mad that I've supposedly been wandering around at night on purpose. If you tell him what really happened, I'm sure he'll be less angry. I know. I do know that. Michiko, why are you so afraid of talking to him? He's a good person. I just don't want Spencer to get dragged into all of this because of me, again. Whether they just casually erase his memories or whether he's forced to face all this. I don't like the idea of that being on someone else's terms. I don't want it to happen for him the way it did for me this time. I think Vilos will listen if you explain that to him. Do you think so? He seems like a very by-the-book sort of person. I stopped before we reached the 4th floor, relieved no one else was around. I know Ali has been wanting to kind of prod Spencer to where he falls in all this. Is he human? Is he not? Or whatever. But to be honest, I've been apprehensive about it. I don't think he'll handle learning he might not be human, not with everything he's been through. And I don't think if he found out that I'm not human, I don't know what he'd do. When I think about Vilos talking to him, I just feel so scared. What if he learns about all of this and he thinks it just proves he was right all along? What if he really was right all along? What if I'm the one who hurt him because I'm not human? What if everything that happened back then was my fault and the only reason I don't remember it is because I'm trying to lie to myself? What if everyone then placed his finger over my mouth? Holy shit! Michiko, whatever happens, you won't have to deal with it alone. You have Ali, you have the others. You have me. Oh! Okay. It's all good. It's all good now. Let's tell Vilos. Even though, to be honest, I really want to tell Vilos to begin with. Why am I not telling him the truth? They can help us. I just don't know what's the right thing to do. This is all happening so fast. William took my hands and squeezed. Holy shit, William, what happened to you? You're so bold now. You should do what makes you comfortable, but I think you can trust us. Oh, your friends are gonna be so pissed at me. I trust you, I do, but of course I trust you. It's not about trust or distrust. Of course I trust you. I don't think that's a good choice because the music didn't change. Usually when the music changes, it's a good choice, I think. I do trust you, Willem. You and Ali. I took a deep breath. So if you think I can trust that Vilos won't do anything weird, I guess I can trust him too. William smiled. I don't know if I'm ready to tell him about Spencer yet, but I'll consider it, okay? I just need time. There we go. Music changed. That's when you know it's a good choice, right? I trust you, I do. I trust you as much as I trust Ali. But I worry about Vilos. I don't know him at all. He's a good person. Guests too. Most of the people at the agency are good people. They probably are, but I don't know them, not really. And that makes it hard to trust them. I understand. Ali was not a good choice. I mean, the line of me saying that I trust him as much as I trust Ali was pretty good. Because Ali's been a best friend forever. Ali wasn't lying, but Alice was leaning against the back of the sofa, arms crossed, waiting for me. I knew I was going to get an earful as soon as our eyes met. Miss Melody, how many times did we tell you that it's dangerous this time of the year? Please, main character, please tell him the truth. Not even a hint of preamble to that. I cannot fathom why you would ignore every warning and do something as monumentally stupid as taking a walk in the middle of the night. I took a deep breath and bit back to retort. I'm sorry. Hopefully you understand now why you need to listen to us when we say it's dangerous. Yes, lesson learned. I want you to tell me about the attack in detail. Great! This was going to be tricky. Well, motherfucker, just tell him the truth. Why not just tell him the truth? I know you don't trust him, but again, he's someone that will help you. Just like the police, tell them the truth. Why lie to them? They will help you. I don't understand. Well, I was walking in the woods, not too far from my house, and I had kind of stopped to rest against the tree. All more or less true. I heard something moving around in the bush. I thought it was an animal, but this figure stepped out. It was tall, with a pale face. There was almost sort of a light coming off the face, but the body was dark, smoky. Did it say anything at all? No, I was going to run, but it just rushed right at me, and then it was just like I was being I swallowed hard, trying to find words and trying to steady my nerves as the memories came back. It was like being pushed out of my body and into nothing, like being swallowed up. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced. Does she have to talk about this? I'm sorry, I know this is difficult, but I need to hear it. I know it's okay. I don't know what happened to make it stop attacking. Suddenly it was like a hand was yanking me back into my body, and when I really came to again, that creature was gone. I was alone, curled up on the forest floor. Was there anyone else around at that time? I hesitated. Of course, Spencer had been there, though I didn't think he was the one who pulled me back. That was Allie's theory, though. No. Milo's raised an eyebrow. You're sure? Yes. Technically, someone could be there. I could say maybe someone was there that saved me, but I didn't see him. Bam. I looked away, feeling a pang of guilt about lying. I lied from the start of the story. Are you hiding something from me? Yes. No. Yes. Yes, I am. Miss Melody, I hope you realize how imperative it is for us to have the whole truth here. I shot Allie a panicked look. Violet noticed. Miss Fisher, I hope you realize that your position at the agency will be in jeopardy if we found out you were hiding something critical from us. No, man. That's not... I hadn't even thought about this putting her internship in danger. Allie, wait. I couldn't let her lie for me. Not if Violet was serious about that. I was going to have to get over my hang-up about this. You have something else to add, Miss Melody. Yes, I do. The fucking truth. That I should have done from the beginning. Look, there was someone who saw the attack. And I asked Allie to keep it from you because I was worried about what you'd do if you find out. I don't think he had anything to do with me helping... I don't think he had anything to do with helping me anyway. He? It was my brother, okay? He saw the whole thing, all of it, ghost thing included. Your brother didn't join the club at the same time as you. Is he actually a cryptic? I told you about Spencer, remember? You said you'd let us take our time with him because of his past experiences. That's the only reason I went along with Michiko's request to keep it a secret. Miss Melody, do you realize that by going out into the woods at night, you endanger not yourself, but your brother as well? This is why we don't just let people who know about this world wander around unchecked. They poke into things that could get them killed. Character telling the truth, goddammit. And if I'm not mistaken, this is not the first time you're wandering around has put your brother in harm's way. Motherfucker. He's hitting me in all my sensitive spots right now, and it hurts. My head snapped up, and I glared at him when he said that. This is exactly why I didn't want to tell him in the first place. That wasn't my fault. I don't even remember what happened back then. Is that why you're so reluctant to learn from that mistake? I didn't intentionally put anyone in harm's way, then or now. Don't you dare throw that at my face. Just because you get angry doesn't disprove what I've said. If I can interject here, it does bring up the point that if Spencer was exposed to the supernatural, it probably happened 5 years ago, not this past weekend. That somewhat mitigates the need to take any immediate action regarding him. Michiko said he's been suspicious of the club since before the attack, though I observed you didn't feel the need to say that to me. I didn't want you poking around in his head, erasing memories, and I didn't think he'd handle being dragged into the clubroom and having all this dumped on him the way it happened to me. Sorry about that. I huffed an annoyed sigh. Well, I blamed Corbin for that, and Ewan. I mean, that head thing was definitely a problem. Nevertheless, we can't ignore your brother's position now. We were never particularly ignoring it. We'll take care of it. You were going to let us handle it anyway, so there's no reason to change that plan. Provided that Miss Melody curbs the need to wander around at night. Motherfucker, just tell him the truth. I gritted my teeth, biting back the urge to blurt out the truth. I don't know why. I was sleepwalking just to prove him wrong. No, don't stop. If I didn't trust him before, he definitely hadn't done anything to earn it after accusing me of hurting Spencer. Lesson learned. Don't wander around at night or something will try to kill me, thus revealing the supernatural to my crazy brother, which is of course the bigger issue. No one said your brother is a bigger issue than an attack against you, but it is an issue nonetheless. I looked away from him. You can sulk if you like, but the fact remains that you were outdoors when you shouldn't have been, and because of that, your brother was as well. If I may, she wasn't outside by choice. Allie! Sorry, I just think we should tell him the whole truth at this point, and to be honest, I'm not totally thrilled with listening to him vilify you for something that wasn't your fault. I wasn't vilifying anyone. Michiko's been sleepwalking, going outside on her own at night while not conscious of it. Viola shot me a surprised look. Is that true? At least someone spoke up for my main character. I looked away, slightly annoyed. Allie had given him that piece of information. It's true. Why on earth didn't you just tell me this from the start? Vilos, you know what happened 5 years ago. You know what Michiko and Spencer went through. Neither of them has had a good experience with letting professionals handle this kind of thing. She was afraid to tell you. Vilos let out a long-suffering sigh. I suppose I can somewhat understand your hesitation, but my job is to help protect you, and I can't do that if you don't trust me. Trust is earned, and you're not there yet. Be that as it may, I need to know the full story of what happened. No more deception, please. He motioned to the sofa as he took a seat in one of the windback chairs. I wasn't happy about it, but I took a seat across from him and reluctantly started from the beginning. God damn it. It's been a long day, not the least because of the long, tough talk with Violet in the club room. And this is where we are going to stop for today. At least now Violet knows the truth. I was literally going to tell him the truth anyway. To be honest, I know like he was there to help. I know some of us don't want to, like, to be honest, I guess in high school, if a counselor, like I guess they're called counselors. Is there another word for them? The people that you go talk to if you're like not mentally stable or you just need someone to talk to. I didn't really tell them the truth even though they were there to help me. But I honestly didn't believe in the guy that was there to help me because he looked like he did not care. It looked like he did not care. So I didn't want to talk to him. But Violet seems like he's literally trying to help you. He even says himself, he's there to help us. Protect us. He seems like a genuinely good guy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
You touch it,